What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Jessica, and today we are getting into this season 7, episode 2 review of Belle Collective. I know I'm late, and I apologize for my tardiness, but we are here. And this episode had a lot going on. It has a lot going on. I got some thoughts about this show and what I'm gathering from people that watch it. Y'all know I look in the comments of the reviews just to gauge what people are saying about any given show. And it's not looking good for Belle Collective, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's talk about this episode first. So the episode opens up at the end of Carrie's party. Glenn has just given his poem. Letitia refuses to say that she loves him. They get into I guess you could say, an intimate, definitely what should have been private conversation in front of the entire party, and everybody's looking like trying to figure out what's going on. Regarding her and Glenn, like I said, I believe that Letitia is playing games. Glenn is delusional, acting like there's not a reason why his wife is giving him the cold shoulder, and I'm just over it. Like many people who are watching this show. Like, we don't care. We really don't want to see it. But Matt apparently cares because he mentions that he wants to, I guess, mentor Glenn in his marriage and help him make better decisions. And to that, I would just say, if you got to do all that for a 40 plus old man who has said that he's been with his woman over 20 years, if you got to do all that at this point, just let it go. Like, you can't teach an old dog like Glenn new tricks. So just let it go. It's not in him. He preferred Letitia. It's very clear to me, or at least it seems to be, that he preferred Letitia when she was all up his butt and around here looking crazy because of the things that he's doing. He's not used to her being in a place of where she's trying to better herself, and it may not include him, and she's seeking opportunities, wanting to make her own money, trying new ventures. It's very uncomfortable for him because that's apparently not what he's used to. But again, he's delusional. And if you have to help him make better decisions, why is he married? In my opinion, nobody should be in another person's marriage that much. It makes me very uncomfortable to hear details of marriages. Now, when you're in a relationship and it's like a boyfriend, girlfriend type thing, you're not even engaged or whatever, that's different to talk to friends about. But I do believe, as a married woman, not only do I believe this, but I had to learn this the hard way, that things between married couples really need to stay between married couples. Now, of course, they're on this reality show, and this may be a storyline. This may be applied to keep the show spicy because nobody else really have a storyline this season, it seems, aside from Selena and her wedding. So I don't know, but I just feel like, and it's not just for Letitia and Glenn, but also for Latrice, just having certain conversations with friends about your spouse, I just feel like it's off limits. Like, it is, you're when it goes bad, you're gonna wish that you never said nothing, because most of the time people like to use things against you. That's just how it is. And so that's probably, I can't even remember why Letitia and Latrice are so at it, but a lot of it has to do about their marriages and things that have been said and things that they've heard. And so it just really gets messy. And so while a lot of people are like, oh, Matt is so cool, he's doing this and that, I think that it's probably getting him into something that he should stay out of. I mean, look at Cliff. Cliff is he has been told that he can't have anything to do with Glenn. So that's a point of tension in his own marriage that didn't even have to exist. So I think Glenn and Letitia should stay in their messy world with each other, and nobody should get involved in it because they're not going to change. It doesn't look like they are. So Letitia invites the ladies to her friend's giving brunch. And at that point in time, her friend Shantae, who we met in the last episode, just kind of comes out of nowhere addressing Letitia about the rift. Letitia addressing Latrice about the rift between her and Letitia regarding their friendship. And, she's like, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Shantae gives Jasmine Sullivan to me. I don't know why. When I see her, she just, I don't know. She just put me in the mind of Jasmine Sullivan. But Latrice was like, who are you to be talking to me? She handled her like a chump, like a weak. I don't care if I was out of line. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. Not on TV while these cameras are like, you got me messed up. I'm sorry. Like, I get it, but girl, you're not gonna be doing all that. But I thought it was interesting how Letitia kind of reacted to it. It was like a mix of a smirk and like being astonished and just surprised that Shantae was saying these things. So I'm not sure if she knew about it. At first, I was like, she clearly put this girl up to do that because she can't fight her own battles herself. She feel like she needs somebody. So I thought that Shantae had been told to do this, but as we saw later on in the episode, and even just then, Letitia did, when I was looking at it a second time, I'm like, okay, she looked like she might have been surprised by that. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments if you believe that Letitia put Shantae up to saying something to Latrice about their friendship. But Latrice, again, she shut it down. And she referred to Shantae as one of Tisha's minions. But Latrice, the same could be said about Amanda. Because what was Amanda's whole purpose on the show? And she's clearly your friend and you introduced her to the world. She could be considered a minion too. We move on to Letitia's business meeting, pitching her talk show. And my thought was, why does this woman have all these people on her team? Are they working for free? Are you paying all these individuals? Why do you need multiple assistants? I'm not understanding why she needs such a big team. Now, once you start filming and you have a producer and maybe an editor, you have someone who's handling your marketing. Yeah, I can see that. I was just shocked to see so many people in there. And when she came through to the radio station for her interview, I did get a chance to meet one of her assistants. Ashley, I think was her name. She was really nice. And I was surprised, like, okay, she got her a little manager. She doing the thing. So her team has really grown, but I think that it was a bit much. Like, girl, let's bring this down. Let's rein this in a little bit. So a lot of people, again, y'all know, I read the comments of other folks' reviews just to see what viewers are talking about. And a lot of people are criticizing Letitia for a new venture. They're like, girl, we done seen this endeavor, that endeavor, this. And I get it. I do think she should focus on one thing at a time. And that's rich coming from me, being that I got 50 million things on my plate. But for the sake of her executing well, and I'm only saying this because I need to be taking this advice, it would be good for her to focus on one thing. But at the same time, I've been thinking about it because I watched the episode a second time because I kind of forgot some things. And I think she's really the only one that's using this platform, in my opinion. But I think she should start her show on YouTube. Now, she the one pitched Belle Collective and got it off the ground, from what we were told in the interview. This is her show that she pitched the concept and everything. So she know what she doing. She got the show. But at the same time, when it comes to this talk show endeavor, I just feel like it would be wise to begin on YouTube and get the flow of it. Have your guests already established, have a couple episodes filmed, see what audiences want, attract some attention from brands. And then you can keep your show fully independent and you don't have to necessarily sell it to someone or pitch it to someone. And if that doesn't work, I mean, there are several different media networks on YouTube as well that you could pitch to. So she wasn't really clear, like if she's pitching for TV or if this is something that she's willing to do through social media. I don't know. But I think she needs to what she's trying to do on this big scale for a talk show pilot, she needs to just invest that time and energy into a YouTube channel. At the very least, use that as a secondary platform, telling us who you are, keeping us updated. Shantae comes into the meeting. Letitia checks her about Carrie's party. And I think it was interesting how Letitia gave Shantae a rundown about how Latrice operates and takes things to her friends to come back harder, because Latrice said the same thing about her at the birthday party. But we're going to put a pin in it. I just wanted to note that I thought it was interesting. But at the end of the day, I think Letitia is trying really hard to change her image. This season so far, I know we're only 2 episodes in, but it seems to me that Letitia watched the previous seasons. She's thinking hard about her legacy, what life would look like without Glenn. I think she's weighing some things, and all of it is playing into to the way that she's behaving, good or bad. I just felt like it was interesting how she talked to Shantae, but this is the thing. Like, if you ain't talking about Glenn, you talking about Latrice. And same with Latrice. If she not talking about Cliff and what he is or ain't doing, she's talking about Letitia. So it's like, y'all better off being cool and working together, teaming up on somebody else. Spice it up. Do something. Because this back and forth, like, it's just play. Like, what are we even arguing about? Like, y'all all are on this show together. You can't get along for the sake of making good TV. Like, we don't want to see this. Like, I'm trying to support it, but it's y'all are losing the plot. And I just feel like, why am I even watching this? That's honestly how I'm feeling. Next scene, the ladies meet up at Bar. Cliff is out of the country on a guy's trip. It's Latrice, Amanda, and Selena. And I'll say this about Latrice. When Queenie and I reviewed last season, we kind of felt like Latrice should lean into being the villain. She plays the villain role very well. I wouldn't want to cross her. I wouldn't have keep her. She can stay over there. She ain't never got to speak to me. That I just wouldn't want smoke with her. But her personality is a lot more likable and fun around the people that she actually likes, because her energy with Amanda and Selena is different from what we've seen in other scenes on the show. Even when she's with Cliff, she just seems to be more relaxed around them. So that's how you know she really can't stand Letitia and don't mess with her. I've also never seen Letitia out with any of the Bells. I've never seen Marie in public, but whenever I've seen Tambra, Selena, and Latrice are somewhere close for the most part. And whenever you see Selena, Tambra, or Latrice, like you see them together a lot. I've never seen Letitia in public aside from when she came to the station to do her interview. So they clearly don't mess with each other. But like I said, I haven't seen Marie either. So you don't have to be together all the time, but pick a side. Either y'all are going to be friends or y'all are going to be enemies and don't deal with each other until Carrie want to throw a party or throw an event or plan a trip. Then you come together. But just this, I don't know. I'm just not, I'm not finna go back there. I'm saying all this to say, Latrice, you can tell she really don't like Letitia just based off of the way she was at Bar with Selena and Amanda. So they're talking about Cliff being on his guy's trip and what men do in Colombia, the passport bros, that type of thing. I just call me crazy, but I don't care where my husband go. Like, I'm married to a man that has a very strong mind, and he's not going to do anything he don't want to do. And I'm just not worried about him. So it's hard for me to understand why a husband would be on a trip and you got to call him and check and make sure he not cheating. Now, she was clearly being funny, but it was just, who would do that in front of their friend? I don't know. I don't know. That was just weird to me. But I liked how Cliff was on the phone. He was like, you better correct them, Belle. I tried to tell y'all that Cliff and Latrice, I think that they make a great couple. I just think that the public has it wrong about Latrice and Cliff. This is just me as a viewer on the outside looking in. I think that Cliff loves Latrice's feistiness, how she tell him what to do. I think that he likes it. And I thought that the whole time when people were saying, oh, he was beating on her. Now, he did kind of come off strong in that first episode, but I think it's just a a situation of where he wanted to maybe come off a certain way, not realizing that it looked another way. But I just have never gotten like those two were unhappy together. It's obviously some things there, but I think that they vibe, and you can tell from that small little interaction there. So Selena talks about her birthday party guest list. She looks so pretty in that blue. That blue looked amazing on her. The bob was very cute. It adds youthfulness to her. Not that she needs any. I can't believe this woman just turned 50. I wouldn't give her a day over 40, if that, honestly. And she's even prettier in person. I saw her oldest daughter in her face in that blue confessional look. But before they end that scene, Latrice ran down what she thinks Letitia's going to do at the party, and she revealed that Letitia had reached out to a former employee. So that's kind of going back there to what I said, how both of them are just, what's on their mind is what is she gonna do, what she's gonna do. And it's just like, that's childish to me. So we go to Letitia's brunch. Why was the brunch at night? Like, girl. And what production editors, what were y'all doing with those little edits of her in that chair, just like in a little throne chair? Like, that looks so 85, 90. Like, what was that? Like, y'all gotta do better on Belle Collective. I'm sorry. This production, the show, it has to, like, y'all gotta do better, because it's not giving what it needs to give. It's just not. Y'all are doing it wrong, and I don't like that. I don't like that. So Tamra brought fake flowers from Latrice, and that was just so unnecessarily petty. And like I said, Latrice, Letitia, just be friends. Like, y'all just be friends. Why put any energy into sending anything? Like, if I don't mess with somebody, you get nothing from me. I'm not talking to you. I'm not acknowledging you. You get nothing. I wouldn't go out my way to send fake flowers. Just, you wouldn't get nothing from me. And you'll be talking about the fact that you got nothing. I'm not giving you anything to talk about. Like, whatever. And so when Letitia later in the episode was like, it was cute, she did her big one. What? Because she got you fake flowers? Girl. So Shantae apologized to Carrie. I don't think things went left at the party like she said. They could have gone left, but they didn't go left. They were just having a conversation, unless they were the only ones in the room talking and everybody else was just standing there listening. I don't think it was that bad. It was just an exchange. Carrie spills the tea that Marie and Cedric aren't together anymore. And I'm with Marie that Carrie is always in her business. Carrie came on the scene in Marie business, and she's still in Marie business. I'm with Marie on that. So with the brunch, they had a moment where guests could answer questions from the host about friendships. And I thought it was interesting that Shantae wasn't at the table. Like, Essie was there with Marie. Oh, but Tisha, why was your friend not at your friend's table? Did y'all see Shantae in the back? Like, she was over on the side somewhere else looking back at their table. Like, what was that about? That was weird to me. It's obvious Letitia misses her friendship with Latrice, but it seems to be over and done with, in my opinion. I don't think that there's any coming back after this. So Glenn and Matt meet up for basketball and guy talk. And is it just me? Or does Matt always seem sleepy? Like, he always looks and sounds sleepy when he's on camera. Like, he just comes off like he's tired. But I like Matt on the show. His presence is a good, like, break between the ladies and Glendale. I wish that we could see more of Cliff. Cliff doesn't seem to me to want to be on camera. I think Cliff give that he over this show and he just show up because he's supposed to be there. But we're not getting anybody else, like Cliff's not really showing up. We got Glendale and his drama. Matt, he's trying. We don't see Mike much. We don't see Greedy much. So, like, what all we got is Glenn and Matt. I appreciate them having this little breakout scene because it was needed. We needed something to break that up. But again, after that conversation, Glenn delusional. It's not even nothing to say there. But I thought it was interesting that Matt asked if being happy was a real thing when you married. Like, what? are people just married to folks they don't like or love, or is it with time it just fade? Because I've only been married 6 years, so I'm nowhere near where Carrie and Matt are or where Letitia and Glenn is, but some of the comments and just the behaviors are throwing me off with these couples. Then Matt also made the comment about fighting the same fight after being married and being with Carrie for over, not married for 20 years, but being with Carrie over 20 years. And it's just such a weird thing to say, Matt. It's because Glenn is in a whole different kind of fight than what it seemed like you might be in. So I don't know if he meant like they're fighting to stay married, because it is a fight. There are seasons when you got to fight for it. Like, I know from experience, but it could have also been a slip, especially after the comment about being happy. I don't know, just weird. So last scene, Selena's birthday party. Selena again looked beautiful. She looked amazing. She's such a pretty, pretty woman. She's always been so pretty. Her personality matches. And I think that's why people love Selena so much. Because yet there are hundreds and thousands and millions of beautiful women, but your personality is going to supersede your looks any day, in my opinion. I don't care how pretty you are. If you are nasty and stuck up and just you're not gonna be that pretty to me, or you just be like, oh yeah, she cute. But with Selena, it's like she's just you adore her because she's pretty and the personality matches. You can feel that, the sweetness, the genuine. Now I could be wrong, but just even in interactions with her, she's just a very sweet person. And maybe that's the key to youth, being unbothered and just being nice regardless. I don't know. I could be reading all of these wrong. It's just what I think. I was wondering though where her party was, because in my first view of the episode, I'm like, they off the highway somewhere, but they're not showing it. What building is this? And I saw in my second watch that it was Dolce. And it was cute. And I've always wondered what was inside that building. I've never been in there, but I see it all the time and there's never anybody there. So it was kind of like throwing me off. I was been very curious about it. So I see that it's some sort of venue and it's really cute. And I like that it looked full in there. Like now from the outside, it's a big building. It's an old Hooters building, but you can't really tell what's going on the inside from the outside. But from what I saw on this show, it looks full in there. What I mean, like there's decor, the bar, the lights, the flowers, the tables, like it looks like a venue. Where's the difference in where Tisha was? Her brunch looked bare. Marie's party looked bare. Carrie's party, even though the heist is cool, it wasn't no balloons. Where was the extra to make it look like an event? So I really appreciated all of it about Selena's party. This is when Latrice mentioned that she felt like Tisha had a hand in Shantae coming to her at the party because she's a quote unquote setup queen. And bringing back, putting the pen out from where I said Letitia was telling Shantae, like, or anticipating all these things that Latrice was going to do, is giving that y'all know things about each other in a way y'all both move. And so that's why you're super defensive when the other person comes up or comes around, because you're trying to anticipate what's going to happen or what she going to do, because y'all have either done it together or you all are the same. So which one is it? It's just like they're both trying to see what the other move gonna be. Like y'all either done did this before or y'all just really know each other and the lengths that y'all would go to have one up on somebody else. That's just the only way I can read their dynamic. And it's either that or y'all are just very similar. Y'all just alike. And it's probably why y'all butt heads and can't get along. It has to be something. Because I'm 38. I don't know how old Latrice is, but I know Letitia's older than me. There's no way I would be doing all this with another woman. Like if we don't mess with each other, we just don't. I don't care if we on a show together or not. I don't have nothing for you. I'll come together for the greater good of the collective. That look like Letitia always said, that I'll be nice for the collective, but I'm not gonna be arguing with you. I may give a little drama here or there, but I'm not arguing and going back and forth with you. I'm just not. So I don't know what it is with those two. But Tisha refused Glenn's kiss because they're not where they should be. On my notes, I put, girl, y'all are married. Not kissing him in public, it make it look worse. It just make people wonder and question even more what's going on with y'all. If I was Letitia and that was really the position we were in as a couple, if that was really my mind state, I would have just said, Glenn, could you not come to Selena's party? I know you want to be there. I know you cool with her, but we not in a good place. And the Belle Collective show is about me, not you. And I just, can you just not be there? That's what I would have did. But it's like they're giving each other mixed signals. They playing games. Glenn playing dumb and Letitia playing hard to get. And y'all just really like, I don't even know what else to say about them. The big moment of the scene that everybody was, waiting on was the argument outside the party between Letitia and Latrice about Letitia allegedly contacting Latrice's former employee about, I guess, trying to get something on Latrice. I don't really know. This is my thing. Like I said, if I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you, period. So I wouldn't be doing this. Somebody lying, okay? Out of the three, it's either the former employee, Latrice, or Letitia. Now, I'm going to be honest. Letitia did not seem like she was lying. But Latrice also did not seem like she was lying. We didn't get that former employee saying this. Latrice ain't show no proof. Like, again, and that's another thing. Letitia, why are you going back and forth with her? You said you didn't do it. She said you did. Bitch, show it or keep it moving. Don't say nothing else about it. If you're not going to show me what I allegedly did and how you came to the conclusion that I did it, don't bring it to me. And if I did it, yeah, I did it. Now what? Like, we could solve this. We ain't got to keep dragging it. Like, it ain't, you can stop it. It don't have to continue going on, because if that's what this season gonna be about, I don't know if I can promise that I'll continue reviewing it like I said I wanted to. And so that just kind of brings me to talking about the show itself. I want to review this show because I live in Jackson. I support creatives in Jackson, entrepreneurs. I work in the media space. I'm a content creator. This is a great look for our city to have a show filmed here. People disagree with me. Some people like it, some people don't. People think that it's negative. The viewers think that it's negative. It's a lot of negative, but I see the positive in this. And part of something having longevity is support. So that is why I'm reviewing this show, because I want to support it first and foremost. Secondly, I was inspired to pursue my career by Tambra, watching her when I was a teenager. My cousin was cool with Tambra. I don't know if they still cool or not, but my cousin's a makeup artist. She used to, I would be around her when Tambra's around. That's how I found out who she was. And then I learned, oh, that's the lady on the radio. I've always looked up to her professionally. I cannot for the life of me understand why we're not getting the work side. And that's her choice, but I think that that's a huge missed opportunity there. So those are the reasons why I want to support the show. But I have to be honest, it's losing me. Like, I love a good reality show, but this is the thing. If I'm going to watch drama, everything else needs to at least be on point. Like, I couldn't keep up with Potomac this season. I watched it, but I wasn't like trying to watch it on time. I got to it when I got to it. I love Housewives of Atlanta though. Like, I'm going to always watch this show. So for example, you get the love and hip hop-ish of it all now on Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's going in that direction. But at least these are some superstars. Drew Sidor, K. Michelle, Pinky Cole, Portia. These are superstar cast members. We're seeing opulence on our screens. I can do that. But to see folks that I see in my city, and the B-roll is what I'm driving past every day. It's just not the drama is not enough to pull me in because it's not even good drama. Like, it's not even entertaining drama. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna do drama, you gotta do it well. I don't want to see folks' families get messed with no more. I don't want to see folks' careers and livelihoods gets destroyed over drama. Like, it needs to be fun, entertaining drama plus opulence on the screens. If y'all so rich and you like Latrice is saying, you gotta have permission to talk to me. Well, show us what we need permission for. Like, it's a lot of people that own restaurants and live in nice homes. What else is there? Give us more. I just feel like this show is losing the plot, is losing viewers. That is for a fact. I have seen folks just say they can't do it anymore. The show has lost them. They want new Bells on the show. So it ain't looking good from the viewer perspective. And I want to see this show win. So that's why I'm reviewing it. But it's just losing me. It's just not doing what it could do with just a little creativity and willingness to step outside the box and try something different. I don't know if like reality TV has a prerequisite to have terrible storylines and nasty drama. But I think a lot of folks have just kind of played out on it because we're living in such tumultuous times. We want to unwind on TV. We don't want to see women suffering because they married to no good men or they're tearing each other down. I just think that Belle Collective can do better. But off my soapbox, what are the requirements to join this cast? Because I don't see why Carrie's there, just being honest. She lives on the coast. That is 3 hours away. Like, if you drive the speed limit, like, you're coming all the way up here just to film and give us nothing. I know we're supposed to be getting the restaurant stuff in the storyline, which I do want to see her navigate that. But it just has to be more there for her. She's a mom with multiple kids. She's a content creator, a business owner. You got to have more to show. You just got to. Same for Tamara, same for Marie, same for Latrice, same for Letitia, same for Selena, all of them. Now, I think Selena's going to get there with the wedding. And Selena gave us the behind the scenes into her grief journey last season. So she's giving us her life, or some of it, more than what the other women are doing. And back to Carrie, like, she's annoying me with this ratchet Jackson thing. Like, she keeps saying it, but she ain't but a couple words in her vocabulary away from ratchet herself. Like, if Jackson is so ratchet, what do you bring that's just so high class, Miss Carrie? Like, I don't see it. You don't even do that in your look. And I never thought I would say bring Akeisha back because I did not enjoy Akeisha on the show. I didn't think she should be on the show. But at this point, bring Akeisha and Willie back. I'll even take So Gucci and JJ just for some comic relief. They're losing me. What storylines do we have? What is the collective? Like, the show's Belle Collective. What is the collective? What does the collective do? Why are we here? Why are we interested? Give us something. That's not too much to ask, is it? Like, come on, y'all. We rooting for y'all, though. I am still rooting for Belle Collective. This episode did give us a lot, but it was just a lot of the same old, same old. Now, Selena is saving it. Like, she's saving it because we know we're going to see her with her wedding stuff. Like I said, we're going to look forward to Carrie and her navigating her restaurant. So those are two things that I'm interested in seeing. The other ladies, what's the storyline? What's the storyline? Come together as a collective. Do a collective project. Do a collective clothing drive. Some volunteering. Take a big trip. Do a retreat, a healing retreat. Do something, because I want to keep reviewing the show. I want to keep reviewing the show and talking about it so that we can get some more things popping in Jackson. But that's all I got for y'all. Let me know what y'all thought of my review. Let me know what you think of this episode. What is your rating for this episode? I'm gonna have to give it, I guess, a 7. I'll give it a 7 because we got to see Selena's party. Let me see what else in my notes. What else did we see? I actually also enjoyed the scene with Matt and Glenn. Like, I guess we can give it a 7. I don't know. What would y'all rate this episode? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and you have not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I will see y'all again next week to talk about episode 3, Lord willing. And that's all I got for you. Peace.